Okay, so since the last time that I was in the shed working on this lovely little lady, clearly there is a difference here. I've cut along these lines to make it so that as I deepen parts of it, I can still work out where I'm meant to be working around. So what we're going to do first is, I guess we're going to try and do this from the top down. Work out how deep the head's going to be, where the hand and arm is. We want to work out how wide the head's going to be compared to the shoulders. Oh, okay, right. So, right. So, this whole time, I thought that she had her head forwards and her hand was like this, which kind of, it's not comfortable. But I think she's a bit more. So it would have been here, but I think her head's a bit more this way. So that means that her arm is basically perpendicular, like this. That's blown this whole thing wide open. I don't know what's going on anymore. And yes, I'm having a mental breakdown about these positions. So yeah, that feels really bad. So that makes more sense anyway, that she's basically doing this. So, if her hand is a little bit more, it's not central, it's just a little bit in from her arm. That means that if this is the ultimate wideness of her shoulder, her elbow would start somewhere around here. A little bit less than, sorry, I'm trying to talk quieter. A little bit less than that. And like basically move completely upwards. So all of that's interesting. Only to me. So then, I can slowly start removing this material up top. I'm just going to make sure that I leave an impression of where I want the wood to break apart. Now, this hand is a complete, no-go. There is no definition here. So actually having this drawing isn't the most useful thing anyway, because I'm going to have to redraw it as it is. This is really interesting. Again, probably only to me, but you notice this texture in the wood here. So this is really smooth, but as soon as I get to this part, it gets really tough, and that's where one of these rings is. And it just feels differently dense, and I find it interesting that as I carve through it, I just have this really visible line. Again, only to myself, but that's who I'm here for at the end of the day. Keep it. Come on. Ow. I mean, I know that's what I'm doing it on purpose, but it still hurts. I'm using my left hand on the side here as a stop so that the tool doesn't go too far. But obviously, as I push on this, my knuckle goes gah. I'm gonna get my screwdriver and sort out this base. That's tight. That's completely loose. Like, this is ridiculous. So these two holes here were in line. And now I have to redo it all. The holes kind of got to go like either right in this corner, in the top corner here, or in between these, because if I put it here, it's not going to really add any support. So it's got to be all the way up here. God damn it. I've got to have good aim! Yeah, I think I'm just going to move the whole stand part. See, my cool idea of having this as a diagonal and having it come out of it was a really nice idea on paper. So basically, like, I finally started getting the rough outline of this, and I had to work out where this hand was going and stuff. I think this hand's going to have to go in front of the face. So it's going to be... So the arm would go up here in front of it, with the hand out here. Because basically I've from this angle, from the front, I've put it too far forwards, really. But also, I've just kind of, when I was looking at this leg bit, I was like, oh, that leg's not even visible. It's fine, whatever. And then I realised that, you know, where this is now, I set this whole diagonal as, this is the broadest point of the shoulders. But now, the broadest point of the shoulders is nowhere near where the shoulders are, because the model got smaller. So now I am a little bit like, oh no, what have I done to myself? So I might have to move this back, this diagonal back a little bit. Which isn't ideal, because that's all I did last week was remove this material. Yeah. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, maybe that is 100% what I have to do. Like maybe a centimetre and a half, so a third of an inch. Third to a half of an inch, and I basically move this line backwards so that the shoulders are. It's close. Maybe move the whole diagonal as well. Maybe move the bottom part as well. Move that back a centimetre and a half, so that I have a better hip access point. Because right now, like, by the time that leg moves to the centre of this point, that foot is deep in here. So it would have as this leg moves together, that foot is going to be completely inside of this diagonal. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to remove a whole lot more material of this log, which is a pain in the butt. So, we're gonna move this line back by a centimetre or centimetre and a half. All the way down. Which is gonna give me more space to play with the legs and the shoulders and everything else. Hopefully it's not going to affect the feel of the piece as much, but all of this backward section is going to get moved in, essentially. I'm going to try and do the whole thing with the big saw, so it's not going to hopefully take as long to clean it up and stuff. So the whole saw is just going to go here and just slowly work its way diagonally inwards. So hopefully when it gets to basically here, I can just take off that whole section and only have to clean up this bit by hand.